Center for Spiritual Living, Minneapolis, now caffeinated. Welcome if you are online. Our mission here is to teach, demonstrate, and inspire a positive spiritual approach to living. And we believe there's one truth, that there's a power greater than the universe, greater than you are, and you can consciously use that. And with that, David will sing us out, or sing us in.
When I was a boy each week, on Sunday we would go to church and pay attention to the priest, and he would read the holy word and consecrate the holy bread. Everyone will kneel and bow. Today the only difference is everything is holy now. Everything is holy now. When I was in Sunday school, we would learn about the time Moses split the sea in two, and Jesus made the water wine. And I remember feeling sad that miracles don't happen still, and now I can't keep track, 'cause everything's a miracle. Everything's a miracle. Wine from water is not so small, but an even better magic trick is that anything is here at all. So the challenging thing becomes not to look for miracles, so I'm finding where there isn't one. When holy water was rare at best, it barely wet my fingertips, but now I have to hold my breath like I'm swimming in a sea of it. There used to be a world half there, heaven's second-rate hand-me-down. I walk it with a reverent air, 'cause everything is holy now. Everything is holy now. Read a questioning child's face and say it's not a testament. That'd be very hard to say. See another new morning come and say it's not a sacrament. I tell you that it can't be done. This morning outside I stood, saw a little red-winged bird shining like a burning bush, singing like a scripture verse. It made me want to bow my head. I remember when church let out, how things have changed since then, 'cause everything is holy now. It used to be a world half there, heaven's second-rate hand-me-down, but I walk it with a reverent air, 'cause everything is holy now.
Very nice way to start things out this morning. Now, if you'd all just take a deep breath into your chairs, and we will go through our group reading. I am ready to deepen my conviction in the power and presence for good. I am ready to apply it in my daily life. I am ready to receive God's highest blessings. I am ready to live from a higher level of beingness, and I'm ready to be a transformative light in the world. And with that, I'll open us with a little prayer. So let's just begin by pausing, and by breathing, and by remembering. We remember that there's one life, one presence, and that shines in the heavens and awakens within us here and now. In this sacred season, as the world turns from darkness toward light, we recognize that same light is rising in us. Light always returns. Help renews, and love reveals itself. We honor this holy time, celebrated in many traditions, each pointing us back to a single truth, and that's the divine lives within us as joy, power, and peace. Today we open our hearts to receive these gifts, joy that uplifts, power that flows from our oneness with Spirit, and peace that assures us that all is well. With grateful hearts and open minds, we bless this gathering and this sacred moment, and so it is.
So it is.
And today is the winter solstice, our shortest daylight time of the year, so each day from here it just gets lighter and lighter and lighter. So we get to look forward to that. As we said before, and a lot of times this month, light always returns. And with that, we will light our flames of faith. I will call Brent up. And we recognize that there are many names for the one, and there are many paths to the one, and we honor that. So we'll light the candle for the Tao, honoring the universal path of harmony and equilibrium, the natural way. We light the candle for Hinduism, honoring the path of knowledge, action, and devotion. And we honor the candle for Judaism, honoring the ethical path of living by sacred law. We light the candle for all forms of Buddhism, honoring the Four Noble Truths and the path of compassion. We light the candle for all forms of Christianity, honoring the Christ consciousness as the path of love. I think we're due for new candles. That's okay. We'll go to the... Yeah, it's lit. We light the candle for all forms of Islam, honoring the path of submission to the will of God as the highest calling. And now I invite you to take that flame within and realize that it is burning every minute of every day, and take it with you for all forms of new thought. And with that, we are going to have a reading, and I'll ask Marv to come up and do that for us.
In the words of Howard Thurman, listen to the work of Christmas. When the song of the angels is stilled, when the star in the sky is gone, when the kings and princes are home, when the shepherds are back with their flock, the work of Christmas begins. To find the lost, to heal the broken, to feed the hungry, to release the prisoner, to rebuild the nations, to bring peace among others, to make music in the heart.
Thank you, Mark. Thank you.
And now we'll have another song from David.
Good morning, everybody. Making music from the heart. Lordy, lordy. So I was asked this morning, of course, why wouldn't I be?
You didn't have to.
If I had a Christmas song prepared. And of course I answered, no. But you know what? I sure do. Is it a Christmas song? Well, maybe it's a Christmas song in the same way that Die Hard is a Christmas movie. You know this one, you can sing the choruses with me. You can say play the game, and you can act out the part, but you know it wasn't written for you. Tell me, how can you stand there with your broken heart, ashamed of playing the fool? One thing can lead to another. It doesn't take any sacrifice. Oh, father and mother, sister and brother, if it feels nice, don't think twice. Just shower the people you love with love. Show them the way that you feel. I know things are gonna be just fine if you only will do as I say. Shower the people you love with love. Show them the way you feel. Things are gonna be much better if you only will. You can run, but you cannot hide. This is widely known. And what you plan to do with your foolish pride when you're all by yourself alone? Once you tell somebody the way that you feel, you can feel it beginning to ease. I think it's true what they say about this squeaky wheel. It's always getting the grease. Much better to shower the people you love with love. Show them the way you feel. Things are gonna be just fine if you only will. What I'd like to do to you, shower the people you love with love. Show them the way you feel. Things are gonna be much better if you only will. Shower the people you love with love. Show them the way you feel. Shower the people you love with love. Show them the way you feel. Shower the people you love with love. Show them the way you feel. Shower the people you love with love. Show them the way that you feel. So, at Christmas, shower the people you love with love.
Hey.
Worked for me. Okay, and now Reverend Debbie.
Hey. Good morning, all.
Good morning.
Okay, growing up, who remembers having an advent calendar? Remember those? Those little chocolate bribes that reminded you every morning that you had to be good for the rest of the day? 24 days in a row of chocolate breakfast. It was fabulous. So this year, I have a great niece and a great nephew that are 3 years old, and I sent them an advent calendar. But this one, because, we've come a long way, you guys. This one is of Play-Doh, right? There's 24 little windows of Play-Doh. There's like a little color and a little tool and a little pattern. And so I send a text to my 2 nieces, and I'm like, order this advent calendar. It should be there before December 1st. Let me know when it arrives. Well, the phone, thank you, Android, auto-corrected Play-Doh advent calendar to Playboy advent calendar. Yeah, true story. My niece replies back, well, this will be a very interesting holiday. You just thoughtful and provoking. What can I say? I love it when we all laugh together. Humor is the one thing that naturally opens our hearts, automatically brings us together as one, and it just sort of lightens up everything. And humor is often found in the non-perfect, right? And that is, to me, now that I'm older and wiser, what Christmas holidays are all about. It's not about the perfection. It's about the coming together of it all. It's about recognizing that there's something greater than just ourselves that is unfolding in this wonderful thing we call life. And many traditional churches celebrate Advent this time of year. And in New Thought, we actually celebrate Advent almost every single Sunday because it's about preparing ourselves for a life well lived. It's really all about preparation. Preparation of remembering that birth of Christ consciousness is available to all of us all of the time. And yes, there's a special recognition this time of year. And so as a result of that, I'd like to look at Advent in a kind of non-traditional way, because I have my own 4 qualities of Advent. Now, normally it is hope, and then peace, and then joy, and then love, I think is how it goes. And you light a candle every Sunday, and yada, 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 yada. But because what we know is that Christmas is all about celebrating wholeness, it's a principle. Christmas is really a principle in this teaching. It's a principle of divine partnership. Our founder, Ernest Holmes, says of Christmas, "It is not a day or a season, but a state of mind. To cherish peace and goodwill, to be full of mercy, is to have the real spirit of Christmas." So, Advent, it's all about preparing one's consciousness, which is why I say we celebrate it every Sunday, every day, actually, in our spiritual principles. But I would like us to focus on how we are preparing ourselves for this life well lived. That there is something within us that's greater than all of those things outside of us, greater than our fears and our doubts and our worries, greater than any habit we may want to get rid of. There's something within us that just knows that there is more to be born in our lives. So I want to look at how we can align with some. We do have a screen. Yay! So the first quality I want to look at is hope. Hope is all about aligning with the possibility. It is about not wishing something is going to happen. It's not about praying so hard. Hope is really a spiritual expectancy. It's that part of us that knows that life is good and that there is greater good coming, and that it just hasn't caught up with appearances yet. It is that seed that we hold within our heart. It is that story that we know continues to be written, word by word, conscious thought by conscious thought. Hope is that inner agreement that more is to be born, more is to be discovered. Because consciousness precedes the experience. In quantum physics, they have learned that at the subatomic level, all the particles are just waves until they're experienced, until something appears to them, and then form begins. Physicist David Bohm described this as an implication order, a hidden, unfolding reality from which the visible world unfolds. What we really see is not there at all until we recognize that we are willing to see it. Max Planck wrote, "All matter originates and exists only by virtue of a force. We must assume behind this force the existence of a conscious and intelligent mind." Hope is really that first part of us that is operating within the intelligent universe. It is that part of us that just allows us to be open. And it aligns ourselves with what yet is to come, which we know is a good life, a life well lived. Because we have that inner expectancy of our good. Imagine life without an inner expectancy of good. We don't have to, because we know fully well it is right here and right now. And then we go to faith, right? Faith is really, to me, how we commit to participate in life. We can hope all we want, but we have to take action. And without the action, there's no reason for hope to even exist. Faith is not blind in this teaching. In this teaching, faith is active. It is confidence. It is our own confidence in the spiritual law, that what we think about, what we know is our truth, and we say it, and we think it, and we feel it, and we experience it in our own minds. That is what becomes our truth. And when we have confidence in that spiritual law, we are allowing our faith to move forward. It is the same faith that the forest has when it drops its seeds. It is the same faith that we have when the moon moves on and the sun arises. It is that activity in our life that allows us to know that the good I seek is already underway, and to be grateful for it. You know, we don't need to have proof. We just need to cooperate with the principle and move forward in that cooperation at a higher and higher level. Ernest Holmes. Faith is the conviction that the universe is on the side of good and that we may consciously cooperate with it. Faith. It's how we move. It's how we choose. It is how we breathe. Another virtue, I believe, comes through clearly during this season is peace, that inner alignment with the truth. Peace is not the absence of activity. It's not about just sitting quietly and breathing. Peace is about being in alignment with the present moment now, just as it is and just as it is not. It's remembering who and whose we are, despite the chaos and the crazy and the noise, and breathing into that knowledge of goodness. It's about returning to center when the fear starts to get to us. There's a technique, it's called 3, 3, and 3. When things are starting to go a little wild and a little crazy, it's about stepping away for a moment, right? And looking and observing 3 things. with gratitude. It's about taking 3 conscious breaths. And the third is about moving 3 parts of your body, be it your toes, your fingers. But it takes us from out there and brings us in here, where the peace is. That peace that says, I am rooted in something bigger than all of this that's going on around me. And I am rooted so solidly that I can have a positive effect on it in this moment. Because that is our truth. When we allow our vibration to come back to center, to become aware and present in the given moment, our vibration raises us up. And it raises the vibration of everything around us up. Our peace, our centeredness, is our gift to the world. It's definitely the gift to those that live with us or are hanging out around us. Peace, it stabilizes us. It allows us first to have sound footing, knowing that exactly where we are is holy ground because we are there. That is that peace. And then you can't have qualities without love, that unifying power, that one thing that brings it all together. It is that energy that animates us. It is that part of us that allows us to just touch others' hearts. It allows us to feel interconnected. Love is that piece of us that knows that what blesses others blesses us. That when we give from that place of knowing that our source is spirit and that our love is deep, that love that we have in our hearts is more than just butterflies in the stomach. It is a healing power. It is a power that allows us to reconcile any and all differences. It is that part of us that becomes willing to forgive. It is that part of us that reveals who we really are in our divine nature. Marianne Williamson wrote, "Love is what we are born with. Fear is what we learn." Love is that original nature. It is that nurturer within us. Love for me this time of the year is listening without trying to fix. Love for me this time of the season is to celebrate the beauty just as it is, even if the lights aren't necessarily working. It's about moving inward. So the poem that Marv so eloquently read this morning was written by Howard Thurman, a theologian, a mystic, a mentor to Martin Luther King Jr. And when I look at someone who's lived a life that embodies that idea of hope and faith and peace and love, he comes to my mind. You know, he grew up in poverty in Daytona Beach. He was raised by his grandmother, who was a former enslaved person. But she was strong in her faith as well, and she taught him that the presence of God could not be taken away no matter what the circumstances. He faced racism, he faced injustice, he faced deep discouragement, severe poverty. But he really, when you read his life story, he rooted himself in these principles. He believed that hope was a greater moral arc that was unfolding in this country. He thought of faith as the trusting of spirit, even though the institutions around him were failing, that this too could change. It was through peace that he cultivated a silence and a prayer and a power and a presence that allowed him to lead and inspire others. And love was expressed for him through compassion, through nonviolence. He was one of the people who encouraged King to really focus on nonviolence. And look at how that movement changed the whole world. He later wrote, "When the song of the angels is still, that is really when the work of Christmas begins." He practiced this. He allowed himself time every day to nurture his consciousness, to allow that flame within to be reborn and reignited. See, when we take a look at hope and at faith and peace and love, they all work together. There's a cohesiveness about them. There's a harmony. And there's a power when we multiply them all together. When these four qualities are aligned, I believe not only are we stronger spiritually, but we're better stewards of this world. We're better stewards of our own life. And we're able to step up and to step out and to have that impact. Whether it be with Play-Doh or Playboy, we can have an impact. A little thought every day. So, as you know, I always do an assignment. And I can't stop just because it's the holidays, right? So, this is what I'm calling a 4-word check-in. And it's really pretty simple. It's just about taking a moment and checking in throughout the day, throughout the night. From a hope, what possibility am I open to right now? In this moment, what possibility of anything and everything were possible? In this moment, what would I want it to be? And what small step can I take in this moment to show a greater trust in that unfolding good? From a peace perspective, in this moment, what part of my body can I just relax just a little bit? Whether it's wrinkling my fingers or my toes, dropping my shoulders. And the most important one is in this moment, what is the kindest response I can give to myself as well as to others? Because we must nurture ourselves first. You don't need to answer all 4. You don't need to ask all 4. But whatever it is that you need to ask yourself, I know it'll come to you. Because now there's an awareness, right? It's so interesting to me. We've all heard that experiment, right? You think about a red car and all of a sudden you only see red cars, right? It works with everything. It works with faith and with hope and with peace and with love. It works with joy. When we start to expect it, then all of a sudden we become more focused on it. And we notice it more. And the more we notice it, the greater it shows up. And the greater it shows up, we notice it even more. It is how it works. It is that unfolding of life to a greater good. You know, if we choose to live from this place of preparing our consciousness on a daily basis to this life, well lived and well deserved and well loved, it can be glorious. I had the opportunity to do a memorial in California a couple of weeks back. And the gentleman who I knew personally lived this. He lived large. He lived from that place of enduring love and oneness. giving of his talents wherever he could. And his celebration was a celebration truly of a life well lived. And it made me think about the idea of living each day full of love and connected and spiritually aware and prepared to do the work of Christmas every single day. And with that, I wish you peace. I wish you love. And I know there's hope in their faith because we're all in this together. Namaste.
Beautiful. You know, does your mind start going in the middle of a talk and just kind of get you down other roads, and a little bit of time afterwards just kind of let it go and see what other things it opens up to you? It's always very nice that way. And speaking of Advent calendars, I guess some of the distillers have whiskey Advent calendars this year for the adults. So there you go. But it's too late. You can't start it late, so you'd have to eat all those days at once if you started now, so that just wouldn't be good for you. Now is our time for conscious giving. And if you have been spiritually fed, we'd love to have you continue to support us. So take your gifts, whether you're doing it online or whether you're doing it in this envelope right now, just hold it to your chest and give thanks for everything in your life. Give thanks for your abundance. Give thanks for everyone around you. And take a breath in. And here we come.
I am so blessed, I am so blessed, I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed, I am so blessed, I am so grateful, I am so blessed.
Truly, we are grateful for you. We're grateful for your attendance. We love seeing all your smiling faces here today. And we wish you the best of holidays as we go along here too. Announcements, we have a book discussion coming up starting the first Wednesday in January, When Fear Speaks, Listen. And that's by Dennis Merritt Jones. It'll go on for 6 weeks. It's on Wednesdays at 7 o'clock till 8:30. Or, somewhere thereabouts, depending on how the discussion goes. He wrote this book a little bit differently, so I would encourage you, if you're not going to take the discussion, to get a copy of it. It's his newest book, and we're excited to be putting that on. We usually have very good discussions at these, and who knows, he may pop his head in himself, which he did the last time he did one of his books, so that was very nice of him. Marv has a little something he would like to add.
If you were not here last Sunday, you may not know that I had a Christmas gift for you, and I still do. So please come see me as soon as the service is over so I can give it to you. And don't be shy. I'd love doing this. And if by any chance you want more than one for any reason, just ask. Now, before I sit down, I want to remind us that all we have to do to have the perfect Christmas is to remember that He was born to show the way, to live each and every day. On that Christmas night, He brought the light. He was born to show the way. Sing that with me. He was born to show the way, to live each and every day. On that Christmas night, He brought the light. He was born to show the way. Now that's the chorus to my song. I'm going to sing the 4 verses, and then I ask you to join me on the chorus. What a scene that Christmas night, while the star was shining bright. Christ was laid, they say, in mangers hay. It was such a wondrous sight. He was born to show the way, to live each and every day. On that Christmas night, He brought the light. He was born to show the way. Angels singing filled the air. Peace was flowing everywhere. Then the shepherds came to praise His name, and they left without a care. He was born to show the way, to live each and every day. On that Christmas night, He brought the light. He was born to show the way. Mary's heart was filled with love, giving thanks to God above. For her little boy brought so much joy with His overflowing love. He was born to show the way, to live each and every day. On that Christmas night, He brought the light. He was born to show the way. When He grew to be a man, He explained to us God's plan. If we let love flow, our souls will grow, and we will be all we can. He was born to show the way, to live each and every day. On that Christmas night, He brought the light. He was born to show the way.
Now, Leif, you were going to lead us in Christmas carols? Not today? Okay. And after we have, okay, this is an extra shot Sunday, and they will be ornament making. with your coffee after service. So please join us for that at the tables. We'll get all that set up. And you have
Next Sunday.
next Sunday is the 28th, and we'll be doing the Burning
So,
Bowl.
Next Sunday is our traditional Burning Bowl and White Stone ceremony. So it should be very fun. Claire will be here leading us in some song. And it's always a special Sunday. So we would love to have you all here if you can.
I was also at the funeral when Debbie was presiding for it. And at the end of the service, and this guy had a great sense of humor. He was very, very funny. Somebody had not turned their ringtone off. And the song that played was Don't Worry, Be Happy. And she couldn't get it shut off. So it kept going and going. It was just right at the perfect time after Debbie kind of closed us out. So that was perfect. We have one more song. Well, I'm going to have you bless us out. And I'm going to pray us out first. I'm just getting ahead of myself here. That's the whole coffee thing got me going. Okay, take a breath and settle in again. So as we go from this place, we do not leave spirit behind. We carry it with us as light in our thoughts, as love in our words, and as kindness in our actions. May the gifts of this holy season go with us. Joy that keeps our hearts open, power that reminds us who we truly are, and peace that steadies us no matter what we meet. As the light continues its return into the world, may we be that light in our homes, in our communities, and in every ordinary moment made sacred by our presence. As Rumi whispers to us, set your life on fire. Seek those who fan your flames. Together we go forth as the flame. We are blessed, we are guided, we are whole, and so it is. Reverend Joyette?
As many of you know, we have a prison program. We take this philosophy into the prisons, and what I like about that is we have a captive audience every week. I feel like I have a little bit of a captive audience. I'm going to share with you something. I send out a little bit of a news Christmas letter every year. You know, here's what my kids are doing, blah, blah, blah. You guys don't care about that stuff. But what I do add is I add a little poem that I've been doing for many years, and I thought it might be appropriate to share with you. It's very short. Be ye on the left or right, Christmas shines its heavenly light. How to heal the world despair? Sometimes life can seem unfair. Yet with the loving power within, this daunting task, let's all begin. Who am I to judge another? Why not treat them as my brother? Let our hearts be warm and kind, unconditional love we'll find. We start with family and with friends. Perhaps we make some small amends. Could we start a wee sensation? Could this ripple help heal our nation? What a wild and crazy notion. What if it actually put things in motion? As I gently get a grip on my imaginary trip, I put my life in God's loving care and trust somehow life will get us there. Merry Christmas. I am going to bless you, though. May you be at peace. May you know the beauty of your own true nature. May your heart be open. May you be healed. May you be blessed. Namaste.
Namaste.
All right, here's another Christmas song. Yippee-ki-yay. What's the next word? Name your price to what dies. I can't stay here anymore. And I've looked high and low. I've been from shore to shore to shore. If there's a shortcut, I'd have found it. There is no easy way around it. Light of the world, shine on me. Love is the answer. Shine on a soul, set us free. Love is the answer. How can that not be a Christmas song? Who knows why? But someday we all must die. We're all homeless boys and girls, and we are never hurt. It's such a lonely, lonely, lonely world. People turn their heads and walk on by. Tell me, is it worth just another try? Light of the world, shine on me. Love is the answer. Let it shine. Shine on a soul, set us free. Love is the answer. Tell me, are we alive? Or just a dying planet? What are the chances? Ask the man in your heart for the answer. You know what to do. And when you feel afraid, love one another. And when you've lost your way, love one another. And when you're all alone, and when you're far from home, and when you're down and out, and when your hopes run out, and when you need a friend, and when you're near the end, love, we got to love, we got to love one another. Oh, light of the world, shine on me. Love is the answer. Shine on a soul, set us free. Love is the answer. Light of the world, shine on me. Love is the answer. Shine on a soul, set us free. Love is the answer. And there's those little jingle bells off in the distance. Have a good week.
All right. Thank you. Can you believe that? I love it. Oh, it was so embarrassing. I got over it now.
Have a great holiday, my friend. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. Thanks, Miss. There's two. Next time I'll request these two and the other two. But we're good. We have plenty of time.
It's called Mountain Hill Boat. I just did a homemade video of a bunch of birds. But, did you write this? Yeah, it's just something I sitting on the board like. Well, it started. Yeah.